Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
Andrew McCart, IFL TV. I'm out here in Saudi Arabia, as you already know, but delighted to be joined by Mr Dev Sahni. Dev, last time in Saudi Arabia it was fun, man, but it seems like every time you come out here it just keeps on getting better and better and better. You've been out here on numerous occasions. I mean, still enjoying it?
Look, I love it out here. This Boulevard World place is crazy, by the way. I took a little walk around earlier. I was in Italy, then I went to Egypt, then I went to Greece, then I actually went back to the UK. It started raining in that area as well. But look, you never need to leave here. It's quite something. And the thing with these fights out here, these events out here, every time we get a plane back, something mad's happened. Something's happened that's just changed the heavyweight landscape. Coming back from the Battle of the Baddest, well, we didn't know when's Fury Usyk going to happen now. You know, he just had a hard fight with Ngannou. Ngannou knocked him down. Coming back from Day of Reckoning, Wilder's out of the picture. Who's AJ going to fight? How good's Joe Parker? All these questions. Daniel Dubois. I don't know what to expect from Friday night either. I really don't. There's been plenty of hype though. Just thought I'd put that in.
That's the best segue into a plug I've ever seen. That was all right, mate. It was very well. One's enough. You can do it. You can hold it. Take a sip of it.
It's an empty can, if I'm honest, mate. Just doing it for the sponsor.
Yeah, well done, Dave. I'm following you on Instagram. It seems like every time that you talk about Saudi, that the landscape of this heavyweight division keeps on changing. And can you see it happening on Friday night? I mean, Joseph Parker, Zhilei Zhang. Zhilei Zhang's a favourite, but can Parker upset it again like he did against Wilder? Can Ngannou do what he did against Tyson Fury, maybe go one step further and beat Anthony Joshua? Do you think these things can happen?
The potential is definitely there. The ingredients are there to change the landscape. That's what happens. That's what's happened in the other two events. You put enough of the key players on, something could happen. Something has happened so far. If Francis Ngannou beats Anthony Joshua, that's huge. That changes everything. But if Anthony Joshua does a better job than Tyson Fury, with Tyson Fury ringside watching on, that sends out a bit of a message. I think that's a fascinating added kind of ingredient to this. The fact that Fury's going to be there. I don't know where he's going to be sat. He's going to be sort of sat between Frank and Eddie in the middle. He's going to be sat next to His Excellency. I don't know, but that's a great ingredient. It's a big statement either way. In terms of Zhang and Parker, two of the very best heavyweights in the world. The winner will be the interim WBO champion, mandatory challenger. If the champion decides not to fight them, they tend to get upgraded, so you could be looking at a future world heavyweight champion on Friday night. There's so many great ingredients, and hopefully, by the way, Nick Ball, I'm so buzzing for him.
It's a fight that's gone under the radar, but Rey Vargas, seen him numerous times out in Vegas, and we all know Nick Ball, the Wrecking Ball as he's known. I mean, that's one of them fights that is maybe going under the radar a little bit when you've got all these giants around.
How's it not going to go under the radar? I mean, Anthony Joshua's the headline, Francis Ngannou's there, Big Bang Zhang and Parker, but I've described this not as and I messed this up when I said this on the stream, but I think it's quite a good line. It's not Matador versus Ball, it's Matador versus Ball. Yeah? How about it? Because look, this Rey Vargas, he doesn't fight like your typical Mexican. He's not coming to get on the inside or anything like that. He's going to try and keep Nick Ball on the end of his jab and just outbox him and slice him up. But they all tend to try and do that against Nick Ball, and he tends to find a way. They call him the Wrecking Ball for a reason. Huge step up, though, from where he's been. And if he does win, if he does come through, if he wrecks Rey Vargas, we've got a new superstar in British boxing.
Definitely, I totally agree with that, but I'm not very good with you with these segues, but I want to go back to a previous statement you made with Tyson Fury being ringside. Now, Anthony Joshua, you've mentioned that's why you've had that little back and forth with AJ, that his mindset, and I heard Carl Froch say that he's mentally fragile, but I seem to think when I'm looking at him, he's cool. I see nothing wrong with AJ.
Do you know what? I watched his interview with Coogan actually. Coogan got a good sort of 5 minutes with him yesterday, and comparing the mindset from the Day of Reckoning to now. And he said something quite telling. He said, heading into that fight week, I was surrounded by 15 of my enemies. I thought, that's quite a line actually. And now he's looking around here now. It's a bit more familiar. There's friendlier faces perhaps around him. And he hasn't got Francis Ngannou talking crap to him. Otto Wallin was saying all sorts of stuff, questioning his mindset. Ngannou's been pretty respectful, right? He's been okay with it. So I don't buy into this mentally fragile thing right now. I think whatever happens with Anthony Joshua, he gets all sorts of scrutiny. the microscope is always sort of on him, every move that he makes, everything that he does. But really, he seems quite cool now. He seems quite happy. And I wonder how much fun he's going to have on Saturday. If Tyson Fury is there, is he going to have a little look to him and say, hey, you couldn't do that? It could be all sorts of fun.
That's the ingredient that you're talking about. And let's talk about it. At Tyson Fury being ringside, I think they've obviously sparred when AJ was an amateur. He went down to Finchley, and I think they met each other, they bumped into each other once in Marbella, if I recall, a few years back. But I don't think they've had an interaction like this before, when there's a ring present for a long, long time. We talk about mindsets, but Tyson Fury being ringside for Anthony Joshua, do you think that will worry AJ, or do you think he's got his way we've seen him of late? He's very, very tuned in.
I asked Eddie the same question. I said, Tyson's going to be there ringside. Is that good or bad for AJ? Is it bad in the sense that it could add more pressure? And he said that AJ's too long in the tooth to be worried about anything like that. If anything, it's a good thing, good for the event, good, builds it up. And AJ's very clear. He wants to become a world heavyweight champion again. Tyson Fury, by May 18th, the night of, could be the man holding all of the belts. If Anthony Joshua is in a position that he's just beaten Francis Ngannou, then there's a good chance we need to see that fight, right? And everyone wants to see that fight. So having Tyson there, it might bring out the best of Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua might invite him into the ring. I don't know, but I know that if I was at home, I'd be pressing the purchase button on the remote control, buying this pay-per-view. It's Friday night, remember, and it's fight fever here in Riyadh.
I know, but the thing is, we as fight fans, Dev, we obviously clearly want Anthony Joshua against Tyson Fury, but we wanted Anthony Joshua against Deontay Wilder, and we've seen how the landscape, like you keep mentioning, keeps on changing, but we hope this time round that the script is written and they just follow it.
You just don't know. I want all the same things as you, like that Joshua Wilder fight. I think that's gone forever now. That's the feeling I've got. The sort of, the things that Wilder was saying afterwards. Initially, there was talk about retirement, and then he said, well, actually, Parker didn't do anything. So I don't know, but it feels like that's quite far away now. Big shame. We have to see this fight at some point. Before we die, Andrew McCart, I just want to see this fight, don't you?
Well, I'm hoping to live for a long time, so I hope they're not going to fight when they're 90 years old, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. I hope you can get it within the next 2 or 3 years.
If they do fight at 90, I will still click buy on the remote control.
You know what? So would I, Dev. Yeah. So would I. Now let's do your best salesman pitch then. Obviously, you mentioned that they should be pushing the purchase button for this pay-per-view, so go and sell this fight card to the viewers watching this on IFL TV.
Listen, it's knockout chaos. It's two giants, two men carved out of stone, two men who could end a fight in an
inch. Me and you carved out of stone.
Correct, very much so. I've seen the work you've been putting in. I can see. Look at that bicep as you.
That's tense.
Yeah, I thought you were flexing there. But goodness me, look, two absolute man mountains, two of the most ferocious beasts walking the face of the earth collide. I can't wait for it. I don't actually know how it's going to go. And when you've got that intrigue, when you've got Tyson Fury ringside watching on against a man who he should be facing in the future and a man he just faced in his last fight, it's a great story. And let's not forget Big Bang Zhang in there against Joe Parker. There's a lot of talk about yes men in boxing, Andrew McCart. A lot of talk about that. These are the two biggest yes men. If I'm Joe Parker, hey Joe, do you want to fight Joe Joyce? Yes. Do you want to fight Deontay Wilder? Yes. Would you like to fight Zhilei Zhang? Yes. And what about this? What about Big Bang Zhang? Remember when no one wanted to fight Hrgovic? Remember that? They went all the way down the rankings. No. Big Bang Zhang? Yes. Do you want to fight Joe Joyce? Yes. So you've got the clash of the yes men as chief support. It's brilliant. I can't wait for it. And make sure you tune in.
Listen, I'm not tuning in. I'll be there, Dev, as always. But listen, thank you so much, brother. And listen, enjoy the rest of your time. No doubt I'll catch up with you soon.
One final thing, just drink that. It's really good. All right.
The salesman. Oh, listen, you're good at it. Listen, Dev, thank you, brother, and I'll catch up with you soon. Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.